let's talk about the garden. Planting potter. If you remember, this bed had peppers in it, and there's still 2 peppers and a sunflower. We believe a skunk got in here and started digging a home. So I've pulled everything out and I've re-sown some corn seeds. I put some corn in. So I'm gonna see if they come up. If not, I have some other options for this bed. My tomatoes are looking so good. I just pruned off the bottom limbs to keep them from getting hot and fungal. I have some basil I just pruned a lot of. Again, these are tomatoes that I just pruned to kind of keep them from fungal diseases. In this bed, I have, let me think, cucumber and zucchini on the trellis. And then I have 2 rows of carrots and a pumpkin. What's over here? These are cow beans that are getting ready to produce some beans for me. You can see the beginnings of those beans. This is my gourd trellis. I have birdhouse gourds and loofah gourds on this trellis. Those are some more cow beans. I have, what's in this bed? Zucchini maybe? Then I don't know what's in my other one. I have cantaloupe that's gonna go up that trellis. I have some more carrots, and then I have some zucchini here. These are tomatoes. I did plant a row of corn in with some peppers. We'll kind of see what happens. These are my potatoes, and in between I have radishes. And as you can see, my potatoes are starting to get flowers, so that lets me know. Here's a beautiful ladybug that we absolutely want in our garden. The flowers let me know that they are growing tubers underground. Here's some more flowers. So they are producing potatoes. Here are 2 more kinds of beans. I forget what I planted here. That's a bush variety. This is a vining, and it's gonna go up the ladder. I have some radishes thrown in there. These are some more potatoes that I'm gonna get the greens up on a trellis to kind of help, because they're starting to smother out some beans I have here. More potatoes, more radishes on that side right there, and then all my pumpkins. So that is the first part of the garden. I have 2 more sections to show you, one of which is my new little fruit orchard that I'm working on. It's a work in progress, but I'm gonna show you anyway. I'm pretty proud of it. In this bed, I have that guy right there. I have some asparagus growing. This is new to me this year. I bought 2-year-old crowns of asparagus. So I'm letting my asparagus get established this year. And then next year, they will be 3-year-old crowns, and they will be ready to be picked. So I'm just gonna let these asparagus go to the asparagus fern. As you can see, there's Steven. Hi, buddy. Over in this bed, because I ran out of room in my green stock, we have strawberries. So I have a strawberry patch that is starting to take, which is exciting. So we will have a whole bed of strawberries. And then the final thing in my orchard for right now that I have are my peaches. They aren't ripening yet, but that's okay. It's not quite peach season, but we're starting to get somewhere. And then I have another peach tree over here. That again is full of peaches. So as you can see, we have a lot going in the garden right now. Right now is that fun, like sit and wait for harvest time. We had to rush to get all the beds ready, all the garden planted, all of that stuff. And now that everything's planted, we just wait to harvest. we're starting to get handfuls of different fruits and vegetables. I'm getting 3 or 4 strawberries a day from my strawberry tower. I pulled out lettuces and kale. I pulled calendula out of my tower. I pulled lots of herbs. And then I still have a apple mint and a mint julep to plant. I'm gonna plant my apple mint in my garden, my front yard garden, to see how it grows in the container versus the green stalk, or in the ground versus the green stalk. I'm interested to see that comparison. Lots of things going on. Okay, today we're doing something fun. We are planting. I have an apple mint and a mint julep that I'm going to put in these 2 pots. I have not used these before. These are different, or these are new for me. This is a 6-inch self-watering planting potter. And then this is a 9-inch self-watering planter. And so I have 2 different mints that we're going to put in these, and we're going to give them a try to see if they work or not. So first things first, I just grabbed a cheap soil. I know a lot of people don't like Miracle-Gro. I'm not a big Miracle-Gro fan either, but when that's what you can afford and that's what you have access to, I fully believe in using what is accessible. So I'm just going to take this soil and pour it into my pot here. And so how it works is there is a reservoir right here. And so you fill that with water, and then as the water at the roots start getting dry, it releases the water. At least that's how I'm thinking this happens. I'm not positive, but that's what I'm assuming would happen. I'm very interested to see if this works. And if you're wondering why I'm putting my apple mint in a much bigger container, I mean, I guess it's 3 inches bigger, in a bigger container than the mint julep, it's because I want lots of apple mint this season so that I can dry it and get it put away for the winter. I have my containers full of soil, and I made sure not to fill my reservoir because that's where the water is going to go. Okay, so now I'm going to take my apple mint, which is this guy. He is needing some water. And I'm fully aware my face is out of the shot because I'm showing you what I'm doing. So I'm taking my soil and I'm going to make my hole to put my apple mint into. I'm going to take my label so that I know what mint I have planted where. Ooh, yeah, he's very dry. You can see that he's very, very dry. I'm going to, the roots smell like mint. That's something so cool about mint. So all I'm doing here is roughing up my roots a little bit. I'm not ripping them, I'm not tearing, I'm not doing any of that. I'm just roughing it up a little bit so that my roots are going to be more likely to accept the soil I'm putting it into. That's all I'm doing here. Okay, so we've got the apple mint planted. Let's get the mint julep. And the thing about these mints is they will absolutely take over any container they're put into. Mint is an invasive species, and while we love mint, we also don't want it to take over our yard. And so if I were to plant this directly into the ground, that's exactly what would happen. Okay, so I'm just putting my mint and I'm covering him up. And now I'm going to get this reservoir filled with water, and I'm going to water them in really well because, as Michelle from More Than Farmers always says, always, always, always water your plants. So let me get those watered, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to fill up this little pot. Oh, this is so neat. Okay, so it's not there yet. Okay. So, am I losing water? No, I'm not losing water. Okay. So my soil must be so dry that it knows that it needs water. Okay, I'm gonna let that, oh, okay. Oh yeah, it's taking it. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. This is so neat, you guys. I have my 2 plants planted in and watered. And now I will give an update in about a week of how these self-watering plants